नमस्कार। टीवी एशिया के द बॉटम लाइन लाइव विद मी ज्योत्सना शर्मा में मैं आप सभी का दोबारा से स्वागत करती हूं। हम हाजिर हैं फिर से एक नए मुद्दे के साथ, एक नए टॉपिक के साथ, जिस पे हम करेंगे इंटेंसिव डिस्कशन अपने पैनलिस्ट के साथ। लेकिन उससे पहले आइए आपको दिखाते हैं पिछले हफ्ते की कुछ खबरें जो जुड़ी रही हमारी कम्युनिटी के साथ इन द न्यूज़। इंडो कैनेडियन अर्जुन सिंह भुल्लर ये बने हैं पहले फाइटर इंडियन डिसेंट से हैं जिन्होंने MMA मिक्स्ड मार्शल आर्ट्स टाइटल जीता है। Vancouver born Bhullar claimed heavyweight gold at one championship and he comes from a family of wrestlers and he's also the first wrestler of Indian heritage to represent Canada at the Olympic Games in freestyle wrestling. Truly a proud moment. Bhullar साहब क्या बात है, आपने तो जमा दिया समा और बल्ले बल्ले जिसे कहते हैं फ्री स्टाइल भांगड़ा तो होता है, अब आप रेसलिंग में जोश जमा रहे हैं। वेल, दूसरी खबर है about city of Dallas. It raises over $1 million for COVID relief efforts in Jaipur. It's really great to see that after New York City government, other city governments in the US are getting involved with helping India in its COVID relief efforts. वाकई में बहुत अच्छा स्टेप है, काफ़ी अच्छी सीख सभी सिटीज़ एक दूसरे को देख के ले रहे हैं, लेकिन फ़ायदा हिंदुस्तान को हो रहा है और हिंदुस्तान के दिल की तरफ से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। वेल, ये तो थी खबरें आज की और अब आपको ले चलते हैं आपके आज का जो टॉपिक है उसके बारे में डिस्कशन करने के लिए। सीरियस टॉपिक है, इंटेंसिव डिस्कशन होगी क्योंकि हम बात कर रहे हैं उन स्मॉल बिजनेसेस के बारे में जिन्होंने बहुत कुछ सफ़र किया कोविड के टाइम पे, जिसे कहते हैं कि बियरिंग द ब्रंट एंड स्मॉल बिजनेसेस हैव gasped टू सर्वाइव। लेट्स हैव अ लुक ओवर दिस विजुअल जो आपको देगा थोड़ा सा इंट्रोडक्शन।
COVID crisis has impacted so many industries this year as the virus forced businesses across the country to close their doors. Are struggling to stay afloat amidst the pandemic.
वेलकम बैक। जी हाँ, कोविड के उस दौर ने बहुत सारी लाइव्स को डिस्ट्रॉय किया और स्मॉल बिजनेसेस को तो तबाह ही कर दिया और इस पे आज हम इंटेंसिव डिस्कशन करेंगे। मेरे साथ तीन पैनलिस्ट जुड़े हुए हैं। राइट नेक्स्ट टू मी इज मिस्टर मौलेश पटेल मेरे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। मौलेश जी, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका। ही इज़ द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ ब्रिजवाटर होटल ग्रुप एंड मेरे साथ दूसरे गेस्ट जो हैं पैनलिस्ट जुड़े हुए हैं मिस्टर राजेश भारद्वाज। ही इज़ ऑन स्क्रीन विद अस। राजेश भारद्वाज जी, ही इज़ द फाउंडर एंड CEO ऑफ जुनून रेस्टोरेंट्स। राजेश जी, वेरी वार्म वेलकम।
थैंक यू।
Thank you. And my third panelist is Mr. Jaimin Chawda. He is the partner attorney at Chugh LLP. जी हाँ, लॉ फर्म, बिजनेस लॉ के बारे में आज आपको बहुत कुछ बताने वाले हैं, स्मॉल बिजनेस को गाइड करेंगे। Jaimin, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jyotsna ji.
Well, so tonight we will have some great discussion with these panelists. जहाँ हमें इनके दर्द के बारे में पता लगेगा तो कुछ दवा का भी इंतजाम होगा जो सही गाइडेंस हम जेमिन के थ्रू लेंगे। मौलेश जी, सबसे पहले आपसे ही शुरू करती हूँ क्योंकि आप मेरे साथ बैठे हो। जब हम कहते हैं कि स्मॉल बिजनेसेस हैव रियली gasped टू सर्वाइव, क्या एक्सपीरियंस किया आपने, और उसके बाद मैं राजेश जी से पूछूंगी।
So let's go back to 2020 March when we started to hear the news coming from China. We were hoping it will not be a big impact on United States. We were thinking that we are isolated, we are protected, but that false sense of security hit us very badly. Come April, most of our businesses were shut down.
Right.
Our hospitals were full of patients, and corporate travel and other leisure travel completely stopped. So almost every hotel in America suffered enormously due to that complete stoppage of travel. Not only that lasted few months, it almost lasted a whole year. And impact of those crises are still visible.
Right.
Now we are seeing some recovery, but the effect was so bad and so deep that many of the small businesses, especially hotels, did not survive this crisis. So many small businesses, even beyond the help of government, could not stay afloat, and they had to lay off their employees, and we saw all the employment crisis.
Right. So I'll come back to you with more information that I need to seek from you. Rajeshji, how do you relate to this situation?
I think what he's saying is very true, especially for the hospitality and travel industry as a whole. This pandemic has been really devastating and destructive, because travel is very important for restaurants, and consumers need to come out. Restaurants are a very unique business where it's just not food which people come to enjoy. They want to get out of the house, they want an experience, they want to go out. And when the lockdown and such things happen, obviously it is going to have a very long-lasting impact. We lost employees. Now it's become a problem when the business started to come back to get them back to work. And also, restarting a restaurant after a year and a half or a year is not the same as just being closed for a week and then just opening back. It is almost like starting a whole new venture.
Indeed, I understand. I can understand the pain as well. बहुत सारे सवाल हैं मेरे पास. I'll come back to you. But Jaimin, from you, I want to take a little perspective. कि these businesses have suffered. Do you have any statistics from your perspective, since you handle the business law? What are the insights that you can give about these different kind of businesses? Of course, we have one hotel group owner here, and then of course we have a restaurant owner here. But then there are many other businesses to relate to. तो आप बताइए कि क्या हैं वो businesses जिनकी वजह से लोगों को बहुत परेशानी हुई, और कितना statistics है आपके पास जो आप share करना चाहेंगे?
Yeah, sure. So the hospitality, travel, restaurants, those were the hardest hit ones. The good thing is that the government bailouts were there, right? PPP, EIDL, all of those came. Or AJB, today is the deadline for the Restaurant Revitalization Fund for the grant, right? So today is the deadline for that. Next week is the deadline on May 31st for the PPP round 2. So as long as there's still some funds left, we encourage everyone to go and apply to those. But in essence, I think about 40% of businesses overall throughout all the industries were affected, and none more than leisure, movies and travel, hospitality, all of those.
Thank you for the insights. In fact, I am getting a question from attorney Gary Pasricha, and this question is aimed at Mr. Rajesh Bhardwaj.
Hi, this is Gary Pasricha. I have a question for my good friend Rajesh. Rajesh, as you know, many restaurants like Junoon have really suffered during this pandemic. And one of the lessons that we're all trying to learn is what can we do differently for next time. So do you have any recommendations for other restaurateurs and retailers, to protect them in the future as they're dealing with possibly another pandemic or another emergency situation? Thank you.
Rajesh.
Well, first of all, let's hope nothing like this happens again, because it's not easy to get out of it. And like I said, restaurants are a very unique business. It's just not food. People come out, they want to go out, socialize, entertain, get entertained, meet people, and dining, of course, is part of that. Having said that, how we are going to adapt, a lot of people, I guess, have learned, to adapt themselves and try to do. In terms of a restaurant, the only thing you can do is what everybody's tried to do, delivery, package your food, do it. But like I said, I don't think that's enough of a model to sustain. For a smaller enterprise, yes, it works, which is tuned like that. But we tried to do that, and we realized that we were never set up for that. It was a Michelin star restaurant. The whole experience what people came in, packaging in food and sending it across did not almost create the same kind of impact. So we really sat back and we closed the location for the meantime and started regrouping so that when things get better to reopen. But having said that, I think now we have become a little smarter that keeping in mind the similar thing could happen. Yes, we have tweaked the menu in such a way that some of our popular dishes can travel well, can have the same kind of experience. We started doing, a chef's experience series at home for people, where people wanted to have dinner for 6 or 8 people, and a chef would go and do a complete experience at home. Then a virtual, experience where we would send meal kits at home, and people because pandemic, everybody was locked down at home and they were getting bored. So I think everybody has become a chef in some form or the other, So we are trying to see that, okay.
Very interesting, Rajeshji. When you speak about, yes, people are becoming chef at home, but of course, very quite innovative. जहाँ पैंडेमिक ने आपको परेशान किया, वहीं कहीं आप इनोवेटिव भी होते गए. I mean, as you were speaking about कि you're sending your chefs, So definitely, it's very interesting. अब मेरा दूसरा एक सवाल है कि आप बात कर रहे थे पीपीपी लोन्स की जब हम पीपीपी जो प्रोटेक्शन प्लान दिया, पेमेंट प्रोटेक्शन प्लान गवर्नमेंट ने बनाया, स्मॉल बिजनेसेस पे ज़्यादा लोग तो हायर होते नहीं हैं, तो कितना बेनिफिट आप जैसे स्मॉल बिजनेस ओनर्स को मिलता है इसमें? मैं ये सवाल आप तीनों से ही पूछना चाहती हूँ बेसिकली.
It is for me?
To all of you, Rajesh जी, आपसे शुरू कर देती हूँ, then I'll go back to.
I think, well, you have to give the benefit of the doubt. Going back in March or April, when this April, I believe it was launched to retain your employees. The idea was, business band hai, unemployment ko kam karne ke liye, let's give the businesses, small businesses, the ability. So that was called a payroll protection program, where 60% of the money had to be spent on payroll. But what nobody knew at that time, if you remember, the first PPP came and it said that the money has to be used within 8 weeks. So what we did, obviously, after the lockdown, we started calling the staff back. First of all, out of the strength of about 70 people I had on 70 to 75 in Junoon, only 25 to 28 people came to work, because the others were making more money sitting at home than they wanted to come back and get the same amount what they were making.
Very interesting. I'll come back to this topic, राजेश जी. आप टीवी एशिया के द बॉटम लाइन लाइव विद मी ज्योत्सना शर्मा में मेरे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, और ऑफ कोर्स हमारे साथ 3 पैनलिस्ट हैं, जहां हम बात कर रहे हैं स्मॉल बिजनेसेस के बारे में, कितनी परेशानी कोविड के टाइम पे हुई, और हम ऑफ कोर्स सवाल पूछ रहे थे पीपीपी लोन के बारे में कि किस तरह से बेनिफिट मिला है, क्या एक्चुअल में बेनिफिट मिला है स्मॉल बिजनेसेस को, नहीं या हाँ. तो राजेश जी ने तो बता दिया, अब मैं मौलिश आपसे पूछना चाहूँगी, आप बताइए.
So PPP, for some businesses, it was a lifeline, especially for hospitality industry. Definitely, it was a very, very big help from the government. However, all the businesses were not impacted same. Hospitality and restaurants were impacted disproportionately, while other services businesses were not as impacted.
Right.
So hospitality industry is usually very labor intensive. So we have a lot of workers, and we have to keep our doors open no matter what. If we are a hotel, we don't close. We did serve a lot of firefighters, a lot of first responders, doctors, while they were serving patients at the hospitals. So for hotel industry, PPP did help. EIDL helped. However, the amount of help was not commensurate with the crisis we faced. So there was a big problem in our hotel industry. Unfortunately, there was no special program for hotel industry, as the Biden administration came out for a restaurant industry. So we are still requesting through our associations in hospitality industry that the government should come out with a package that is targeted towards the hotel industry. However, restaurants are getting support, which is well and good. Hospitality industry is also, if not worst, in equally bad shape.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for the answer. Jaimin, as per you, what are the statistics?
Yeah, so the first round of PPP, as Rajesh mentioned, was, we have to understand that the senators and the Congress was working as fast as possible to get money to the businesses, right? But we had to make sure that the businesses were taken care of, but still, this was something very new, right? We hadn't seen something like this in our lifetimes. So the first one was a little flawed. The second one fixed some of those issues. And the second draw PPP essentially now it's available for companies with 300 or fewer employees. If they had a reduction of revenue and 25% of gross receipts for at least one quarter of 2020, some of the other types of companies are still ineligible. But the one thing, Maleshi, that you mentioned that for hotels and restaurants, that max loan has gone up now to 3.5x. It stayed at 3.5x for hotels and restaurants. But for all the other businesses, it's 2.5x of the payroll. So at least that's good. And as I mentioned earlier, the deadline is next week. So for any businesses out there, I encourage you to go and get your application in as quickly as possible if you're eligible.
Thank you, Jayman. And of course, we are getting one question from our viewer. His name is Sam Anto, Nashville, Tennessee से ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं.
Hi, my name is Sam Anto. I'm a small business owner from Nashville, Tennessee. My question is how the federal wage increment proposal is going to affect the small business and retailers. Thank you.
Interesting question, Jayman. I would seek answer from you.
Yeah, we have to wait and see kind of what the wage increase will do to these small businesses, right? The panelists that we have here today, it's going to be difficult for them and so a lot of the viewers to maintain that level of payroll for if you're a small business and even in some of these programs that the government has, they had 50 or smaller were exempt from certain things, and so they're cognizant. The government is cognizant of very small businesses, 50 or less, 25, 10 or less, and so we'll have to wait and see how that is. But it's certainly something that we'll have to keep an eye on.
Thank you. और अगला सवाल थोड़ा सा डिबेट में बदल भी सकता है, नहीं भी बदल सकता, पर पूछ लेती हूँ. क्या प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप स्मॉल बिजनेसेस के लिए बेटर जॉब कर रहे थे या फिर बाइडेन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जो है दे आर मोर फ्रेंडली? ऑफ कोर्स 6 महीने ऑलमोस्ट इन्हें भी होने को आए हैं. मौला जी आप बताइए पहले.
I would say that we have to give the current president the opportunity because he has inherited a crisis, and he, so far what we have seen is we're seeing recovery. However, the time will tell. It's too early to pass the judgment, but we definitely see one thing: labor shortages are potential that can harm the achievement of his presidency. So that among the small businesses, that is the biggest concern that we're seeing currently in this administration, which was not there in the last administration, even with a very heated, good economy.
Perfect. Thank you. Rajesh ji.
I have to agree with him on the part that there's an intense shortage of workers now getting back to employment, and that's something we really have to look into how we can solve that issue, because, and especially for our restaurant industry, it's become a big problem. It's a service industry. We need people to serve people, and it's become impossible. And I'll tell you, forget about the existing current wage. We've been offering twice that amount on an hourly basis, and still it is difficult to get people.
तो ये इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट मैं अपने व्यूअर्स को भी बताना चाहती हूँ. जब ये दोनों बात कर रहे हैं और बोल रहे हैं कि लेबर शॉर्टेज है इस टाइम में, कहीं तो एक होता है कि जब पैंडेमिक्स आते हैं तो भाई जॉब नहीं होती. यहाँ जॉब देने के लिए तैयार बैठे हैं लोग, लेकिन लेबर नहीं आ रही. रीज़न क्या है? रीज़न है कि जो आप अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट बेनिफिट्स देते हैं ना, ये अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट बेनिफिट्स लोग ले करके वो ये बोल रहे हैं कि हम आपका काम करने नहीं आना चाहते, हमारे पास तो पेचेक ऑलरेडी आ रहा है. ये बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है. दिस नीड्स टू बी इंट्रोस्पेक्टेड और इंटरोगेटेड ऑल्सो फ्रॉम अ पर्सपेक्टिव कि ऐसा क्यों है कि लोगों को हम आलसी बना रहे हैं. ये सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है। मौला जी, आप अभी बोल रहे थे, अब बताइए, और मैं राजेश जी आपके पास दोबारा आऊंगी। ये डिस्कशन का मुद्दा है, फिर मैं जेमन आई टेक कमेंट्स फ्रॉम यू।
So I will say this: American worker is one of the most hardworking and most efficient worker.
राइट।
This labor crisis is in making, not after COVID, but years before COVID. We had very restrictive immigration policies. So we had virtually no labor supply, especially in lower wage paid job. As we know, not all Americans are willing to do that, back-breaking work like housekeeping in hotel, restaurant serving. So that crisis is making it from years. Now, COVID has exacerbated that crisis. Now we are competing with big companies like Amazon for finding workers. And obviously when it's a matter of supply and demand, along with obviously the enhanced unemployment benefit. But I would not just say that this is the only reason. However, that is part of the reason.
ओके, मिस्टर राजेश भारद्वाज, व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से? आप बताइए।
I can talk from point of view of restaurants and why they are facing this thing. New York City, most of the restaurant workers, I would say, people who work on the floor, are the ones who mainly you get people who are college going, degree seeking. They want to do temporary work, and and that's makes a large chunk of workforce from that point of view. We face another different dilemma of the back of the house, which is like dishwashers, other people which have to do the jobs which, like he said, Malesh said, that very few Americans would like to do that. And so and it's becoming a shortage on that level. And from the back of the house, like chefs, if you ask any Indian restaurant, he'll say, if we had a policy where we could just get good chefs from India, we could really expand our business. And a lot of people ask me, why haven't you opened more branches? I said, it's not that simple to do it. I
Right.
can have 80% of the staff from here, but I would say like 10 to 15% I would need, which is very specialized in doing certain things from our point of view, which we really need and seek. So these are some of the issues which we are facing.
All right, thank you. And Jeman, what do you have to speak about this? When we are speaking about, of course, somewhere, people are not intending to go join the work. And as these people have suffered the problem, with they're not finding the labor. Shortage is there. What do you have to say?
Yeah, so the CARES Act, when it first came out, there was a rush to bring it out and get the bailout money to all the businesses, and to the affected employees and workers. The issue is that when the senators, congressmen were writing the bill, they forgot to cap that unemployment insurance to their actual wages, right? And so if they would have, to Rajeshji's point, that he's offering double the salary, if they would have capped the wages for unemployment to what they were making, let's say in the average of the 6 months before the pandemic or something like that, then it would have certainly helped, all the business owners, right? And I think that's kind of the next reform that needs to happen. Agreed with the immigration as well, the immigration point that Malish made, but I think this one needs to be clarified probably quicker than it has been.
Thank you. My next question is, Mr. Bhardwaj, at any point of time, did you think कि यार business बंद कर दिया जाए, कुछ होने वाला नहीं है, या फिर you had extreme optimism कि everything will come back to normal?
Well, I've been in New York for 30 years and know it's a city which rebounds, but again, something like this, nobody had faced, and you really didn't know what's going to happen. So first, when the lockdown came, March, we were hopeful, and I actually had a bet with some of my friends saying, "Oh, by June, New York will be back in business and we'll be fine." But things really prolonged, and at some point, I really felt that maybe it's going to be difficult for New York City. And I'll tell you something, it is still going to be a little difficult for New York City. I would say that post-pandemic business will not be reached till another few years because of the travel bans and all the restrictions that are happening from the other countries. Don't forget, New York has almost 25 million travelers who come and visitors from outside, as well as domestic tourism. which helps our industry, both hotels and restaurants, and which is completely, sort of declined. And another thing is the workforce, work from home. All the offices are at 10-15% occupancy. So if you go to areas which are thriving on lunch business, like Wall Street and other places, you'll find, not much business because of the fact that there are not enough footfall, or people are not there. But we are hoping that they will come back.
Getting it. Thank you. Jaimin, मेरा आपसे एक सवाल है कि there are a lot of laws, business laws, where people are not even aware. Small business owners तो जानते ही नहीं है business law क्या होता है, कैसे क्या करना है, right? कहीं ऐसा हुआ है कि because they had a lack of information and they suffered during this pandemic, जहाँ वो existing laws and regulations का benefit नहीं ले पाए?
Absolutely. The SBA, Small Business Administration, they did a really good job of getting all the information out. But in the beginning, I don't know if Maulish or Rajeshji had this issue, but if you didn't have a good relationship with your bank, it's very difficult to get the money. And those very small business owners, they either couldn't get it in time, or they couldn't, didn't know where to go, what to do, that type of thing. There have also been, smaller grants that are available, but you have to keep checking. There's public grants, there's private grants. Amazon, Facebook, FedEx, they've all had their grants, so people need to keep checking.
Okay, thank you. I'll come back with more questions, but उससे पहले मौलिश आपसे जानना चाहूँगी कि what was your reaction to the entire situation? कभी ऐसा सोचा कि downsize कर देता हूँ business को? Of course, hotel group है आपका तो.
Oh, I started thinking, why did I get into hotel business after seeing this labor crisis? This is unprecedented. Actually, even today, as of today, we are able to sell some rooms, but we are not able to clean it for the next day when the guests are coming. So, and we are a public-facing company.
Right.
The guest will, express their frustration on Twitter, Facebook. We run franchise hotels like Hilton and Marriott. So we have very high expectations built into from our clientele. So yes, labor shortages is definitely affecting our service quality, and we have no choice but to raise the prices to the consumer, which consumers are not willing to pay. So it's definitely today, as of today, I would say that yes, I do think that probably this labor shortage is making me think again, are we in the right business or industry?
Indeed. लेबर शॉर्टेज का तो एक मैं एग्जांपल वैसे भी साइट करना चाहूँगी कि मैकडोनल्ड्स की चेन ने कहीं फ्लोरिडा में एक बड़ा बोर्ड पे लगा रखा था, वी विल पे यू $500 इफ यू कम एंड अटेंड आवर इंटरव्यूज ओनली. मतलब आप सिर्फ इंटरव्यू देने आइए जॉब के लिए, जॉब मत ज्वाइन करिए, हम तब भी आपको $500 देंगे. तो ये बड़ा इशू है, और इसमें हम इमिग्रेशन की भी बात करेंगे कि क्या तकलीफ है, क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है, लेकिन आएंगे दूसरे क्वेश्चंस पे. बट इससे पहले लेट्स हैव दिस स्टेटमेंट कमिंग इन फ्रॉम मिस्टर अनिल बंसल. ही इज द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन एसोसिएशन. लेट्स हियर हिम. So he says history has shown that after such a ginormous calamity, the economy shows strength for a long period. So like restaurants which have suffered will do extremely well for next 7 to 10 years. Those who have survived and the new businesses will flourish. So focus on how to grow. जी हाँ, उम्मीद कायम होगी तो सब कुछ होगा, हौसले बुलंद रखने पड़ेंगे, लेकिन कब तक? बहुत सारे रेस्टोरेंट ओनर्स की बातें हमने भी सुनी. हम खाना खाने जाते हैं कुछ आसपास, तो उन्होंने बोला, एक ने बोला कि मेरे पास तो $800,000 का लोन हो गया है, मैं कितना समय तक इसको चुकाऊंगा मुझे नहीं पता. मैं इस होटल को इसलिए बंद नहीं करना चाहता क्योंकि ये मेरी पैशन है. आई वॉन्टेड टू सर्व द कम्युनिटी विद ग्रेट डिशेज एंड दिस वॉज माई पैशन. हाउ डू आई क्लोज इट? दीज आर द इमोशंस that people have. Of course, कहानियाँ पूरी सुनने में आ रही हैं, वही कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उससे पहले चलिए एक और स्टेटमेंट हमारे एक और ऑडियंस का आ रहा है. Of course, Sunil Hali from the Indian Eye wants to make a statement. Let's hear him, what he has to say.
Hi, I'm Sunil Hali. Last year, COVID hit us so badly. So when I look at it today, yes, we got very badly hit. We are still badly hit. But let's make the best out of it. Let's do the new things that can adjust to the circumstances. But most importantly, a message to my friend in small businesses: innovate and market. Marketing is the key. If you do not market, people will forget about you. So we better be prepared from our learning and do it together. Stay together. I appreciate Mr. H.R. Shah for his phenomenal platform TV Asia, which has been the backbone of community. I learn a lot from him and I try to complement it from the radio side, from the newspaper side. We thank him, his staff, who are our own people, who are our own colleagues. Keep it up, keep doing. Thank you once again. Good luck, stay safe, stay blessed.
Thank you, Sunil. Thanks for the motivating message indeed. जब मुसीबत हो तो मोटिवेशन अगर रहे, सही मैसेजेस और रीइंफोर्समेंट होती रहे तो हम मजबूत बन जाते हैं. वेल, सवाल दोबारा से रीइटरेट करते हैं कि लेबर शॉर्टेज हो रही है. राजेश, आपने बोला कि एक्सपर्टीज जो है, जो शेफ्स हैं, दे नॉट अवेलेबल. आपको भी लेबर चाहिए जो मिल नहीं रही है. सॉल्यूशन क्या है? या तो आपको इमिग्रेशन के डोर खोलने पड़ेंगे और लेबर को बाहर से लाना पड़ेगा जब यहाँ लोग हाजिर नहीं है. आप अपनी स्टोरी बताइए अब उसमें विस्तार से. मौलेश आप बोलिए, फिर मैं राजेश से पूछूं.
So, we're sitting
क्या
here.
कंप्लेंट है बेसिकली गवर्नमेंट से और क्या चाहते हो?
We're sitting here at TV Asia, right?
जी.
A story of an immigrant,
Right.
Mr. Shah.
Right.
We make this country better as immigrants.
Right.
Now, not all of us come at the level where everybody starts a good, high-paying job. So, historically, this country has been beacon of freedom and liberty. Immigrants used to come either Irish, Jewish. They used to do work that Americans didn't want to work on, like fisheries and other industries, housekeeping as well. Now, in our hotel industry, it is very hard for me that I don't even remember when I found few applicants who were born here in America wanted to look for housekeeping jobs. Entire workforce in housekeeping is made of immigrants, whether it's Asian, South American, or other countries. So yes, we need to open doors for that low skill, which I will not say is a low skill. Working in housekeeping is a very high skill in my regards, I would say that. So we need to open the doors to those immigrants whose next generation will be excelling at it. And it will make sure that the service level and the production level of American economy is sustained. If we have labor shortages like this, it will definitely down the road will impact our GDP and our growth potential and flexibility of American economy. So yes, we have seen that lot of restriction, and we need to do it right, do it legally. So I would say that this administration need to create some special programs for restaurants, hospitality, be it agriculture. So those are the things that we would look forward from this administration, especially in this dire labor situation. This is the right time to do it.
Thank you. Rajesh, what do you have to say? I mean, speaking about bringing in some great chefs or other staff.
See, America, I don't think there's any country in the world which has this big a food and beverage industry, which employs millions of people and at trillions of dollars worth of business it does on a year-to-year basis. And people go out about, I think, average is about thrice a week, or ordering in is even more. So food is a very big culture, going out, restaurants, whether small, big, bars, restaurants, fine dining, takeout, all included. So we talk about chefs, and I'm not talking about myself. I have friends who have Japanese restaurants, who've got Korean restaurants, who've got ethnic restaurants have this issue a lot, where they really want to bring in some specialized ethnic chefs to kind of train people or expand their business, and it becomes a problem, and it restricts their growth also. For us, luckily, I'm I would say the only Indian restaurant which is approved by the CIA, which is Culinary Institute of America, for externship training programs. We have chefs, students who come from there and work with us and earn credits, and who we like, we offer them jobs at the end of their tenure. And a lot of people have worked with us who are completely non-Indian but have a passion for cooking, and they learn. But having said that, that's why I said that 85%, I think we can work within from here. But in our case, when it comes to specialization, we need at least 10 to 15% of the force, and that's where we have the biggest problem of getting people from outside.
Got it. Got it. Thank you. Thank you for these inputs. Jaimin, question to you. Small businesses have suffered, small business owners have suffered in the sense they were not aware of what benefits they could take from the existing laws and regulations. Do they still have time to reclaim their benefits? Number one. And number two, what else, what new has come up for them that they should be aware of? And how the legal entities can help them, legal entities like you, to gain back the lost benefits that they would have taken? I need answers from you.
Sure, great question. So, number one, there's still some time left to do this, right? To get to avail of PPP loans and some of the grants that are available. The other things that are important that are ongoing until September and some even until December is the employee retention credits. So if you have certain employees that you're keeping on board, if they need to go get vaccinated, if they are at home with COVID, if they have to take care of their child, they don't have any other, anywhere else to go or anything, they're taking care of a loved one, they can get payroll tax breaks. And so that's important. And then the way that we help is that we help with all the actual paperwork, getting together with the SBA, and then also the forgiveness part. So the PPP forgiveness is the more important part now, to make sure that the eligible companies and the workers, they get the breaks now. So this is the time where we go ahead and work with the small businesses and make sure that they can fill out the right paperwork, get to their bank, and make sure that their taxes are in order. And if there's any other credits or grants, that we help them with that.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the inputs, Jaimin. Okay. Now, another question, Rajesh, you and Maulesh. When we speak about this, pandemic, you have suffered immense stress somewhere, right? And even the monetary loss. Stress की अगर level के बारे में पूछूं तो क्या experience रहा पूरे इस duration में, इमोशनल एंड साइकोलॉजिकल पर्सपेक्टिव से आपका और आपके पूरे परिवार का, या जो लोग जुड़े रहे आपके एम्प्लॉयज़ के परिवार? एक तो ये जानना चाहती हूँ, और दूसरा, अगर मैं कहूँ कि आप अपनी प्रोग्रेस में 2 साल पीछे चले गए या 3 साल पीछे चले गए, कैसे इक्वेट करोगे उसे? क्या साइकोलॉजी है आपकी?
Well, we, having seen this crisis where a lot of loved ones are impacted, there are personal losses all around us. There is a lost time that we almost lost whole year from out of our life, a productive year.
Right.
I think it's very hard to get that time back, but we are optimistic. As a community, Asian American community, we are enterprising, we are optimistic. We'll look forward to a brighter future. A lot of our friends, have suffered a lot of mental problems, mental illness as well. I think the government has taken some initiative to give some programs on counseling as well. So yes, there are initiatives that needs to be taken where people with terrible loss needs to be counseled, and some medical help as well will be helpful.
Thank you. Rajesh.
I think most important what we did was to try and retain the people who really wanted to work. And even before the lockdown happened, I'll tell you, probably 3 or 4 weeks prior to that, the business started tanking actually. We could see the numbers. First, it went down to 70% of the sales what we were doing. Then in February, it went down to 50%. Then March, first week, second week, it was like 15% of, and the week before that was literally hardly any business, because signs were there that something is happening. So we wanted to make sure that we take care of our employees and offer them. So obviously everybody had to take a, we didn't know what program, whether PPP or something will come or not. So all I could do was suggest them, okay, everybody's going to take a payroll cut, and we try to retain everybody who's going to be here. And after that, like Maulesh said, the government did step in and, gave some programs. Because of that, we tried to keep people there. And I had some staff which was on O visas and H1 visa, which he will tell you, had to be. I couldn't let them go, because if I let them go, they lose their status, and and with that, their immigration status gone. They have to go. So you have to take care of them because they are dependent, and obviously you are also dependent. I'm not saying that I'm doing a great favor, because there have been loyal, sincere for, some of my employees have been working with me for over 20 years, 25 years. So you got to really, really, step up and take care of both their, economic health, and that translates into, the mental health as well.
थैंक यू। जेमन, आपके क्लाइंट्स ने क्या बोला? बहुत सारे आपके क्लाइंट्स होंगे स्मॉल बिजनेस ओनर्स, क्या फीलिंग रही उनकी इस पूरे टाइम में, और किस तरह से आप सपोर्ट देते रहे?
बहुत है, and they, the hotel, the hospitality clients, they were, in some areas, they were doing fine because they had some of these corporate travel, some of the trucking industry and all of that was going through, so they were fine. Some of the ones that were in more tourist areas, they were in trouble and they needed money very quickly, and so we were getting daily phone calls. Even friends and clients that have restaurants here in town, they were calling, asking how can we get some funds, this the PPP or EIDL funds. Or now we're seeing for a lot of the industry, depending on the part of the country, our offices are all over the country, and so we have different client base everywhere. So here in Georgia, folks are getting vaccinated, right? The people are getting vaccinated. They're going back. They're going to restaurants. They're staying in hotels. They're traveling. So it's getting better. Right?
Well, मेरे साथ दो व्यूअर क्वेश्चंस अभी आने वाले हैं जो मैं आपको प्ले करके दिखाने वाली हूँ। दो क्वेश्चंस हैं, ऑफ कोर्स पहला है रोशनी शुक्ला की तरफ से एंड दूसरा है दक्षा गनात्रा की तरफ से, न्यूयॉर्क की तरफ। न्यूयॉर्क में है दोनों ने बैक टू बैक ये क्वेश्चन पूछा है, फिर हम आपसे इनके आंसर्स मांगेंगे।
My name is Daksha Ganatra and I am a finance professional, FINRA registered representative, currently working with New York Life. I have a question. Due to COVID, of course, it has impacted all the businesses. Although we have all the technological advances available today, it just the mindset from regarding working from home wasn't very helpful to personally me. If I wake up in the morning and get ready and get going, dress up, and that helps me thinking in different way as compared to being from home. How do you overcome that?
Hello, namaste everyone. My name is Roshni Shukla. मैं साउथ ब्रुंसविक में रहती हूँ and मनमोहन जंक्शन area. I have a home business as RS Creations. I have a Indian jewelry and clothing. So I customize dresses and jewelry and all. So last year जो pandemic situation आई थी उसमें मेरा अच्छा खासा लॉस हुआ। तो एकदम इमरजेंसी में ये सिचुएशन आई तो कोई पता नहीं था कि हम क्या प्लान करें और कैसे करें। तो इन फ्यूचर भी ऐसी कोई सिचुएशन आती रहेगी तो कैसे सरवाइव होना है, वही मेरा क्वेश्चन है। तो प्लीज हेल्प मी आउट, गिव मी द टिप्स। थैंक यू वेरी मच, नमस्ते।
थैंक यू रोशनी एंड दक्षा। जेमन, आई वांट आंसर फ्रॉम यू। देखिए, स्मॉल बिजनेसेस जब बात करते हैं तो ऑफ कोर्स रेस्टोरेंट्स की बात हो गई, होटल ओनर्स की बात हो गई। भाई स्मॉल बिजनेसेस तो और भी हैं जो कि सिंगल ओनर्स हैं, सोल प्रोपराइटरशिप है, LLCs हैं जो बहुत सफ़र किए हैं। जेमन, एक इंसाइट उधर उस पर्सपेक्टिव से आपसे चाहिए, कैसे हेल्प करें या कैसे प्रिपेयर रहें आने वाले इस प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए?
Sure. So, even the sole proprietors, independent contractors, afterwards they were eligible for these loans, right? So even as a single member LLC, as long as, there was an eligible business, then they were able to get all of these funds. So it's not a problem. And in the future, as I think it was Sunil who mentioned on the comment to innovate. So I think as long as these businesses innovate and, tying into what Daksha said from working from home, if Roshni can innovate and reach a different audience and that are also working from home, or use more technology in that sense to reach a wider audience, I think that's what they need to do. Government can help only so much, but I feel like there has to be some pivoting from the business owners also.
थैंक यू राजेश, आपसे और मोलेश, आपसे दोनों से दोबारा एक बार लास्ट क्वेश्चन है मेरा। जहां एडवर्सिटी ने हमको तंग किया, वहीं कुछ ना कुछ इनोवेटिव कॉन्सेप्ट सबके दिमाग में आए। इन द मिस्ट ऑफ मिजरी, व्हाट वाज इट दैट वाज पॉजिटिव? क्या इनोवेटिव थॉट्स आए? क्या सोचा आपने कि अब क्या बेटर कर सकते हैं इस प्रॉब्लम को देखते हुए?
So, I'm in hotel industry, so I'm going to speak from that perspective. Right. So in the hotel industry, one of our biggest problem was, we are a franchise hotel. Mm-hmm. We did see help from every entity, including government, state, local.
Right.
The one that helped that we didn't see was our franchise partners, right? So thinking positive and thinking, more optimistically, we see that a lot of Indian American hotel owners, which comprise most of the industry, are thinking to partner with the brands that are helpful. They're being more aware of their business contracts, right, and doing business with the right kind of entities. So those are the changes that we saw that happening. They're positive. They will be doing more innovation. They will be coming with innovative concepts in hotel industry.
Right. Thank you.
That's happening.
Thank you. राजेश, टाइम कम है, क्या होगा वो इनोवेटिव कॉन्सेप्ट जो आया है इस पैंडेमिक की वजह से? ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज के लीजिए।
Like I said, I closed knowing that it's going to be a long haul. So I said, let's sit back and restructure ourselves, and we closed that location of Junoon and actually relocated right next door, opening with a new look, a completely new concept, keeping in mind what the newer trends are going to be. So, and also something exciting for the audience who are going to come, and some who will come for the first time, some who've been coming for 10 years, and that's a surprise. I will not say what it will be, but definitely it's going to be a stark change from what it was all these years.
Thank you. Jayman, quick tips from you for these small business owners before you leave.
Yeah. I mean, there needs to be a sense of commonality, right, amongst all the South Asians, and we can show perseverance that we've made it through this, or we're almost going to make it through it. And then just one comment about what we did for innovation. Instead of commuting an hour and a half every day, we put that time to learning, and so we had internal webinars every single day, and so we were able to connect with our team of 300-400 people.
थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक्स टू ऑल माय पैनलिस्ट। आप लोगों ने अपना समय दिया, अपने एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किए, जेमन ने अपनी एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस दी। ऑफ कोर्स ये सारी चीज़ें ज़रूरी होती हैं। हम अपना कनेक्ट आप लोगों से बनाते हैं, उन मुद्दों को सामने लाते हैं जो आपको तकलीफ दे रहे हैं, उनका सोल्यूशन भी ढूंढते हैं। हर बार यही करते हैं और इस बार भी किया। और इस बार अगर मैं बोलूं कि स्मॉल बिजनेस इस कॉन्सेप्ट में, जहाँ की हमने खुद भी जो ऑब्जर्व किया, होटल इंडस्ट्री में भी या रेस्टोरेंट बिजनेस में खासतौर से, हमने देखा कि लोगों ने टेक आउट बिजनेस बहुत बढ़ा दिया था, जो शायद राजेश आपने मिस किया, कि काफ़ी सारे बिजनेसेस इस मॉडल पे आ गए। वो जान गए कि आई डोंट वांट टू इन्वेस्ट मोर ऑन फर्नीचर एंड इंटीरियर्स एंड एवरीथिंग। अगर मेरा बिजनेस में इनफ्लो कम है कस्टमर्स का, मैं सिर्फ टेक आउट करूंगा। ये हमने काफ़ी हद तक काफ़ी सारे रिस्पॉन्सेज ये भी देखे हैं, और कहीं ना कहीं इस ट्रेंड के साथ में चीज़ें बदल गई। एडवर्सिटी में कुछ लोगों ने इनोवेटिव कॉन्सेप्ट्स लगाए, जहां रीचिंग आउट की बात की जेमन ने, कुछ मार्केटिंग कॉन्सेप्ट अपने नए अपनाने पड़ेंगे, कुछ नया तरीका आपने बोला कि फ्रेंचाइजिंग की बात करनी पड़ेगी। तो सर्वाइवल तो होगा, मुसीबत आएगी, लेकिन दृढ़ निश्चय आपका होगा, मजबूत आप होंगे, आपके इरादे अच्छे होंगे तो आप तरीके से हर मुसीबत का फाइट कर सकते हैं और सामना करके आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। ये था आज का शो हमारा स्मॉल बिजनेसेस के लिए। हम नेक्स्ट वीक दोबारा आ रहे हैं एक और इंटरेस्टिंग मुद्दे पे। काफी बहस होने वाली है, क्योंकि हम बात करने वाले हैं पोस्ट इलेक्शन वायलेंस इन वेस्ट बंगाल में जो हुआ है इंडिया में, उसके बारे में हम करेंगे अगले हफ्ते बाद। थैंक यू फॉर टुनाइट, स्टे ब्लेस्ड, थैंक यू टू ऑल ऑफ यू, नमस्ते।
थैंक यू।